Hey beautiful souls, today is May the 4th and may the 4th be with you. We are starting this reading at 11:11, so that is really exciting. So we are bringing that energy in for our reading for the collective this week. I do know that I haven't posted any videos this week, and that is basically because I've been feeling kind of under the weather, feeling a bit out of it, and as you know, if you've been following me for a long time, if I'm feeling that making videos isn't in alignment with me, or if I need a rest, I will do that. So I'm here today on Saturday. I usually do a reading on Friday, but we are here on Saturday. I try to do the reading at least before Sunday so we can come into the week. So we are still on the schedule, and hopefully I will be picking up videos back on Monday and Wednesday next week. So today I am going to be doing the reading a little differently. Instead of laying them out all immediately, I'm going to pull them as I am drawn to. So I wanted to see how this goes, and let me know if you like this setup. If this reading resonates with you, definitely hit the subscribe button. I do these readings every Friday to kind of give the collective clarity and bring in the consciousness of the week so that we can go forward into the week with more awareness and focus on the things that maybe the universe is holding for us energetically, and to maybe steer away from the things that, you know, aren't necessarily as helpful. If this reading does resonate with you, definitely go down in my description down below and head over to my Etsy site. I have a lot of cool magical soul journey tools, but along with that, I have a couple different personal tarot reading options that you can purchase if you would like a bit more clarity just for you specifically. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. This is a reading for the collective. So this is the general collective consciousness where it's at. You might be on a slightly different path. You might be focusing on something different. That's totally fine as well. Just listen to the reading, take it in. Sometimes when we don't see that it resonates, it's oftentimes because we don't really want to look at what's going on for us. Some people it won't resonate for at all, but some people it will be bringing up that subconscious shadow piece. And so it's good to just acknowledge it and see if you are maybe hiding from something that you don't really want to look at. Because as we know, this is what the collective consciousness is doing, and a lot of that is subconscious right now. So be aware of that. Before we get going, I wanted to share with you the crystals I've been working with this week. They wanted to come in for the reading. I felt that really strongly, so I thought I would show them to you just to show you what I'm working with, and maybe some of them will resonate. So I have this moonstone here. I actually have a collection of 4 moonstones I just got. Let's see. Is this gonna focus for me? It's always hard to tell. This citrine. Another moonstone. Malachite. This reddish moonstone, which is pretty amazing. The other piece of malachite. These always stay together in my collection, so beautiful. This 3rd moonstone. Oh, that's the 4th. 4. May the 4th be with you. And then this sodalite, and I think this is red jasper. It's like mixed, and this one I was really drawn to because I felt this like grounding into the 3rd eye, and that was really powerful. And this piece of, oh my gosh, jasper, red jasper. Whoop. It's one of my favorites. I got this one in Australia. And then this piece of serpentine. Now, I'm pretty sure it's serpentine. It also kind of looks like jade, but I'm pretty sure it's serpentine. And then with this reading, my labradorite wanted to come. So those are the crystals we're working with today. If you're drawn to any of those, maybe it's time for you to work with those crystals. All right, so let's pull some cards. So we have the Vintage Wisdom Oracle today and the Spirit Song Tarot. So let's get these out of the way and we will get on with our reading. All right, so we've got the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. So right now we're going to pull, there it is, it's jumping out. We're going to be pulling the main energy for today. So that is truth. I believe our main energy a few weeks ago was truth, so that's really powerful. So this week is going to be about I feel like there's two groups. One is about understanding the truth within yourself, getting more connected to your own personal truth. And the other is people who are going to be seeing, exploring the truth outside of them. Of course, it's always a reflection. If you're feeling like, you know, there's something out of alignment in the outer world, there is a piece of you inside that has that same like out of alignmentness. But some of us are going to be looking outward with that, you know, discovering truths that maybe they didn't realize were happening, maybe they were wanting to ignore. And some of us are going to be exploring what truth means within us. What is our personal truth? All right, so the light aspect of that, which is going to assist us, is choice. So I feel like a lot of us believe that truth is inherently, you know, it's neutral. And yes, when that, you know, when it comes to it, yes, there are certain truths in the universe, but your truth can be a choice. You know, you can choose to, you know, go with what your morals are. You can choose to, you know, look at something and really dive into it and maybe say, okay, this is my truth, but I want to explore this. Is this just one of my filters? Just because just because this feels like a truth to me, does that mean it's a truth to everyone else? And it's really important to explore that. So this week, it's going to be a choice to explore what truth is. Some people will be really, really intensely avoiding truth. And so this week, what the light is going to be choosing to explore what your truth is. All right, so the shadow of this is protection. Okay, so interesting. So a lot of us don't want to look at the truth of who we are or what's going on around the world because we are trying to protect ourselves. It's very easy to ignore what's going on the planet, especially, you know, environmentally, because we want to protect ourselves. We don't necessarily want to change. We don't want to feel that pain. And that's not necessarily it's not that I don't understand that. That makes total sense. Like, it can be a very scary thing. This can also be about going in within the shadow. We could be feeling very protective, you know, of our identity. Oftentimes when we protect ourselves, you know, from what is true, it ends up backfiring for us. So be aware of that. So instead of trying to protect yourself, choose to explore the truth this week. And maybe you'll realize that through learning that truth, some stuff has to shift. And that is totally okay. As we ascend into the fifth dimension, we have to release the shadows. We have to integrate the shadows, rather. We have to, you know, release our resistance to them and bring them in. And oftentimes that can feel like a death. That can feel painful. It can feel intense. But ultimately it will feel relieving and that you're becoming whole. But at first it's going to feel like you should protect yourself. So that's really where the shadow is coming in for us this week. All right, so we've got those. Now we're going to dive into the tarot. And things are falling out here. All right, so let's see. Ooh, come on. So now we're going to dive into what the main energy is within the tarot. So let's see this here. Okay. All right, what is it we have here? This is Nine of Acorns, power and perseverance in reverse. So what we're really feeling this week is we're feeling a little underpowered. We're feeling a little less of a drive to move forward. And this can be kind of a hard reflection here because, of course, this is like in the reverse. So this isn't necessarily like a positive feeling we're feeling. And so this week, even though we want to be exploring truth, we may not feel like we have the power to do so, that we feel, well, two things, that we either can have the power to do it, that maybe there isn't the information there for us, but also that we just feel tired. And so it's going to be an interesting thing this week trying to, you know, flip this energy around and say, hey, like, no, I want to pursue this. I want to come into this truth. But we are feeling a little tired this week. So be aware of that. Treat yourself kindly. Again, this week is about choice. So you can choose whether you want to dive into this or not. All right. So the light aspect of this. Oh, interesting. Five of Feathers. Strategy and resilience, but this is also in reverse. So what is going to assist us this week is having a little bit of self-love, not being so, you know, intense and hard on ourselves. You know, this strategy and resilience, this isn't about that this week. This is about, going with the flow, letting come up what comes up, not being so hard on yourself. And yes, this has resilience here, but I feel like resilience is like I'm fighting something, I'm coming up against something. We don't need to come up against our shadows. We can, look at them with love, look at them with gentleness. And that's what's going to help us, with this feeling a little tired this week, is it's going to assist us with, flipping this over, feeling like we can persevere. So not being too hard on yourself this week is going to be really, really important. All right, so the shadow for this reading, God, all of these are upside down, hey? All right, 7 of Shells, choice and ambition, interesting. So this was also in reverse. So this is, isn't that a beautiful card? So again, what's going to, hinder us is not making that choice to move forward, is not making that choice to look at our truths. Because it was interesting, the light over here was choice, and then what's going to negatively affect us, is not choosing to move forward. So again, this is really, really important to understand that even though you might feel a little tired, it's about moving into these shadow aspects, whether it's outside or within you. It's going to be important to make the choice to explore those, not trying to protect yourself just because you're tired. And we're going to be exploring truth. I feel like for some people, this is going to be political. This is going to be about looking at things and going, wow, maybe I haven't really been seeing this the way it needs to be, or maybe truths are going to come out this week. Obviously in the political sphere, that's not that hard to believe. And then for some of us, it will be about going inward, exploring the shadow, exploring what maybe has been hidden, and coming up with that with love, treating it kindly and not being too hard on it. So the spirit card first, God, all in reverse, man. Ace of Crystals, manifestation and prosperity. So I feel like because this is in reverse, and it's got this little panda here, and it's so cute. Because this is in reverse, I feel like the universe is kind of showing us that we're not being as aware of what we're manifesting. We're not being as aware of how to create prosperity. These things are kind of feeling out of our control, out of our reach. And so Spirit's trying to tell you that you're really, there's a lack of it because you're not focused on it. You're focused on the lack piece more than you are focused on the actual receiving of it. Instead of just saying like, I'm grateful for everything the universe sends me, we're going, oh my God, I need money. Oh my God, I need this. And so you're kind of in a lack space. So I really feel like this is a truth coming in from the universe, is like the reason why you're not manifesting what you want is because you're not focused on it in a positive way. You're still in a lack space. And so be aware of that. But as soon as you switch that and you come into the Ace of Crystals in, the upright, it will flow easily to you. That energy is there. You're just not allowing for it to manifest because you're not focusing on it in the most positive way. You're definitely in a lack state. All right, and so for the main energy for the whole tarot reading is the Star, peace and healing. That is so beautiful. So ultimately, all of this stuff is coming up for your peace and healing. You are on the right path. This exploring your truth, as much it might be scary and you want to protect yourself, you are on the right path. These things are coming up so that you can heal and move into a healthier space. And as you choose to do that, you will feel better. Don't resist the choice. Come in and, honor what's coming up for you. If you need to change your perspective on something because what you've been doing, your old patterns haven't been helping you, this is the time to shift those because you are on the right path and it is going to actually ultimately create peace and healing for you. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please comment down below if it resonated. I love hearing you guys' comments, and definitely hit that like button and share it with a friend if you feel like they could really use this message, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see readings like this in the future. And don't forget to check out my Etsy link if you want to get a personal reading, and down in the description there are other links to my other social media platforms as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just saw the 444 come up on my time, so that's so perfect. That's putting things into practical use. What Spirit is telling you is put this information, put what you're doing into practical use. So that is so perfect. It was at 14 minutes and 44 seconds. So that's beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. Many blessings. Namaste. And don't forget, it's all about the soul journey. Bye.